we're getting to almost red ocean opportunity because of the AI enablement, that we get to almost red ocean competition at essentially seed stage opportunities.
Yes. And so this is the thing our industry is going to continue to grapple with, and entrepreneurs are going to have to just figure out, right? How we think about it and how we're trying to protect our investments is one, this depends on which sector specifically, but I'll keep it general and we could dig in sector specific if you want. But really strong competitive moat. So what does that look like? In industrial AI, it's data, right? In certain other vertical AI plays, it's definitely data, and it's how you collect that proprietary data and then what you do with it. In fintech, it has a lot to do with different types of distribution partnerships. And so there's like really interesting stuff happening across stable coins and payments and some other things we've been looking at and investing in for a few years. And so what we found is like the best thing for founders to do right now is just have your distribution partnerships really locked in, and create stickiness on the tech integration pieces of that. So it kind of differs industry to industry, but you have to be really knowledgeable about your space, which again, we call unique insight when we're looking at founders, because we want to know, like, what does the founder think the long-term competitive moat's going to be here in a world that is moving this fast, that is this crazy? And then how are they building around that? And so in a way, if I had to summarize all this in a way where a lot of funds, and especially funds like ours that primarily did B2B SaaS, you have to change the way you look at the world now because it's just so different, because competition is so steep, and you can spin up an MVP over a weekend and start getting customers to test it out. And that's a whole new world. And so I think instead of being hyper focused on metrics, especially at the Series A, it's like, yeah, LTV to CAC is still very important. Revenue and efficiency and quality of revenue is still very important. But what's actually just as important, if not more important, at least in my mind, is, are these founders the right people, hiring the right people to continue to stay above the curve because innovation is moving so fast? It doesn't matter if your metrics are perfect today, because we cannot predict. That is no like good predictor of retention for those customers in the future anymore. And so we're having to rethink this with really leaning on founders' unique insight, ability to hire, ability to fire, and then ability to just stay ahead of the curve.